we're gonna get started on making this Ultimate 78 figure. So I got everything stripped apart. I got the paints that I'm gonna use. I even got some new trays and whatnot. I just got back from Hobby Lobby. So let's go ahead, let's strip down this mask here and get started. All right, so you're gonna need your sculpts right here. You're gonna need an X-Acto knife, toothbrush, a container that you don't mind ruining because we're gonna have acetone in it. And you need a hair dryer. Now this is what I do for mine. I get a cup, I take the sculpts, I put them in the cup. Take the hair dryer, I'm gonna turn it on and I'm gonna place it in there, and it's kind of like a heat chamber. It's just gonna submerge those and get them very hot, warmed up. That way I can cut them open and take the hair off and separate them from the face sculpt. So let's start. So, let's dump these out, and it's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but as you can see, yeah, the hair will now, I'll just be able to take it right off. Ugh. See that? I did that with one hand. Now that yellow stuff, the acetone will take that right off. You want to be careful with the acetone though, because it will melt the sculpt if you leave it in there too long. All right, now I need to cut that back down that. I need to strike that line with an X-Acto blade and then pull and separate it from the back sculpt. But you can see just with taking that hair off, that's a 78 mask, buddy. We do need to trim the eye holes, but that's a little while down the line here. So I'm gonna heat these up more. That way I can strike that line and they'll pull right apart from the face. So all this yellow stuff is actually glue. That's why it's so hard to get off there. Matter of fact, one of these, yeah, it took the bottom corner of the mask with it, but it's not even gonna matter. You need to be very careful when doing this. You're going to, now I'm going to start with the face sculpts, and I'm doing one at a time. So I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna pour the acetone in like that. Now, after a couple of seconds, I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna begin scrubbing it with the toothbrush to get all the paint off. Went ahead and got my eye holes cut. Here you go. They look a little sloppy, but I'll be cleaning that up here in a minute. And then we're about ready for paint. Oh, I also dremeled around and got all that glue off. And then what you're gonna want to do is dremel this down. Just kind of basically take it down a bit, and because we're gonna use this hair to put on these sculpts. Okay, so these are done. So what I'm gonna do now is, let me show you these. So I'm gonna prime these. I'm gonna put some primer on them, and I'm going to let them dry for 24 hours. This is the primer that I use. I'm mixing titanium white. This is very important. Titanium white, which is equivalent to fish belly blue, okay? With warm white, which is technically an off-white. This is by Deco Art. You can get this at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, whatever. I'm cutting it with Wicked Color. This is Create Colors. And this is a reducer lacquer, whatever you want to say. Wicked reducer. Just a little bit. I'm then taking a paintbrush and I'm slightly dabbing on. And it is applying this greatly. Look at that. Okay, really getting that color of the 78 mask. Alright, so that's what I'm doing. But so far, so good. This is actually turning out better than I expected it to. And I have to give a huge shout out to Thomas because he told me to use this method. He gave me a list of everything to get to do this because I was having trouble with my Myers paints. And he said for the 78, this is what you need. This is how you need to do it if you're not using an airbrush, so on and so forth. And I gotta say, so far, I'm very happy with the results of dabbing this on here. The color is nice. It really is, especially if you have some flesh tone popping through. But as you can see from a distance, it does look great. So I'm gonna apply just a little more of this, let it dry, and then I don't know if I'll have to use any more or not. We might go straight to sealing and then getting into the weathering to bring out the cheekbones and other lines. I don't know yet, but yeah, huge shout out to Thomas. I don't know if he's gonna watch this. Well, I'll just send him a message, but he's the one that's painting my Mad Bug. Yeah, see, I didn't pick off the rest of that yellow up, but the hair should cover that, so I'm not too worried about that. I did take a Dremel and all that yellow line that was around here, I dremeled that off. Alright, so we're still plucking away here. What I did was I took this and I started it's basically just black paint and a stencil. So I drew around the cheekbones, forehead, eyes, just did some shadowing, and spots that were too thick I just went back over it with the white. So as you can see, this is really starting to take shape, and it's looking good. I also colored in those eye holes, the eyebrows. So I'm really enjoying this, man. These are coming along greatly. Okay guys, so you're gonna need a paintbrush like this. It's very small. I paid $3.99 at Hobby Lobby. Alright, so to paint these eyes, you just need a very small brush. I have all the eye work done. This eye looks wonky because I think that the acetone ate a bit of the plastic. I still have to go back and do touch-ups. This is just a one and done so far for the eye work. I haven't gone back to touch anything up. So there might be some areas that are outside the lines, but for the most part, not really. So far, it looks good. And once the eyes are done, I will be going back and adding a like a lens, which is just basically some gloss coat to make those look like eyes. And then I'll go back at the pupil and the eye. All right, I'm actually just getting started gluing everything back into place, but a little rough draft here. As you can see, kind of want to leave the big reveal for when I showed on the body and everything, so I'm getting closer and closer to the end goal. We're in the end game now. Just have to glue everything up, a little more touch-ups, and then we're good to go. Okay guys, so here he is. This is the reveal, man. I want to say a couple things. I set out to do this when I originally saw the promotional photos, whatever, the prototypes and everything that was going to come with this figure. I knew that I was going to take that Tramer Sculpt and this is what I was going to do. I wasn't for sure because I had to see it in hand and whatnot. Then when I got it in hand, I noticed that like the H2 sculpts and paint applications were a bit different from the promotional shots that they had shown. I got it in hand and I realized, yeah, I can do this. I definitely can. And, you know, feel free to go back to my review, check it out. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description so you can check there. That'll take you directly to that video. But if you watch that video, you'll see that I actually mentioned that I was going to take the Sculpt and then I was going to convert that Tramer into a 78, and that this was kind of Neca's loophole, that if you were talented or skilled enough, you could take that sculpt and you can make a 78. I said it in my video. I posted it on the Neca fan group, which I'm no longer a part of, other groups within the community on Facebook. Then everybody started doing it without saying, hey, yo, this guy pointed this out. I tried it. Here's the results. And it's just kind of annoying, you know. It's like, man, if I get something from somebody, I'm gonna shout them out. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess that's like the nature of the beast. Everybody wants to pretend like they came up with this idea or that idea. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real. But that's okay, because theirs doesn't look like this. Doesn't look as accurate as this. And I know that this paint job is sick. It looks sick. The hair on it is sick. Like, it's all around dope as hell. And this is it, man. This is how it turned out. Now I have 2 of these. I'm still debating if I want to do the other one or not. It was kind of like my concept piece. I just tooled around with it. I was seeing if it was possible, and it was. It was definitely possible. This is it right here. The eye holes are maybe a little too, maybe not compared to that. I just had to paint this up. But I'm stoked with how this turned out. I think that it turned out really good. Really, really good. And, I encourage you, if you want to try to do this to yours, try it out, man. You take my video, take what you saw in my video, use it as pointers, and try it for yourself. You know what I mean? I don't think that it's too complicated to do. If you're dedicated to it, be able to pull it off. So this one ended up being like my concept piece. I basically, when I got it, I took it apart and everything. I painted it up, cut the eye holes to see if it was possible, if it would actually look like a 78, and it does. The only thing that I could say is that the eye holes, you can't really cut them to how they should exactly be, because they're already pre-cut at an odd angle, meaning that his eyes are supposed to slant downwards. Best way that I can show this to you is with the H2 sculpt. You see how they slant? They're slanted. Well, with the Tramer sculpt, they already kind of go this way. They really should be slanted. Now, I debated, like, okay, I can add Sculpty, which is clay, for those of you that don't know, to the sculpts and then reposition them all the way. But honestly, I do believe that Neca is going to end up making a 78, and it's just too much work. You know what I mean? I guess I could do it. I could. But I think that this is close enough and that it really does look cool. So I hope you guys like it. I don't know what more to really talk about. Like I said, I was kind of disappointed that I saw so many people jumping on this because I'll just put it this way. I hadn't seen anyone talk about doing this until I mentioned it and brought it up so many times within the Neca fan group, which I left that group a long time ago. Other Neca groups, and then when I did the review on my YouTube channel, then all of a sudden it started being a thing and people started doing it. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's I don't own the idea or anything like that, but I feel that this really did turn out amazingly, and I'm proud of it. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. By the way, which this should be noted, I'm giving one of these away. That's going to be part of the giveaway, the head sculpt giveaway. So one of these, 1, 2, 3, which if I decide to convert this. Now that I'm looking at it, I thought that the eye holes I might have cut too big, but looking at it next to this, it's about the same, so it's fine. I should paint this up, and yeah, so one of these I'm gonna include in the giveaway. And yeah, so I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you gonna make yourself one? It'd be dope. You should give it a shot. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Myers content to come. I'm waiting on the artists that are doing my work to send me my sculpts. Like I know my Mad Bug is gonna be freaking amazing, and I can't wait to show that to you guys. So, oh, by the way, I don't know if this is gonna show. I put my Myers picture in a frame over there, so that looks pretty dope. I just hung it by my desk area, and shout out to Fanny. That looks amazing. I hope you guys went and copped some of her artwork. Alright, so yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next video, alright? You guys stay safe out there. Hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving. Until next time, peace.